Okay, so before I address codes related to the countertop here, it gets kind of heady. Moment of humor. You know that fixture we just tried to install? Well, it didn't fit. The gooseneck hit the ceiling. So this is a good case in point for job site coordination, fixture selections, dry fits. Incumbent upon me to hold it up there and verify the fit and finish of the fixture. So that's another lesson learned. So jumping in here, the code has a lot of parameters that govern electricity in a kitchen. And a few things I want to highlight and draw your attention to in simplistic fashion. The code is not simplistic. It's 1,000 pages of heady, involved and encumbered speech. But what we're looking for here is a total of a minimum of 2 small appliance branch circuits, 20 amp rated, to service the kitchen, the pantry, the breakfast room, and dining room. That's a minimum of 2 20 amp circuits dedicated to those areas. And these circuits must service the countertop. You can have more than 2, but 2 is the minimum. You have to remember, every time we're talking about code, we're talking about the minimum standard, not best practice, not the ultimate goal, not luxury living. We're talking about the minimum standard. So laying out receptacles, these 2 branch circuits on a kitchen countertop, I want you to be mindful of this. If an outlet, a receptacle outlet, by the way, anytime electricity comes through the finished wall in the form of a light, a switch, an outlet, an appliance, any other method, that is considered an electrical outlet. And then you have types of outlets. You have switch outlets, you have lighting outlets, you have receptacle outlets. So it's an outlet of the electricity into the living space. And so these outlets, to be considered servicing the countertop, must be not more than 20 inches above finished countertop. Finished countertop is going to be about 1.25 inches on top of this. Now the code does not specify what portion of the receptacle cannot be 20 inches above. I would believe it to mean the top of the top portion of the receptacle, not the plate itself. So that cannot exceed 20 inches above countertop to meet the requirements of this code, which we're laying out. Another requirement is a receptacle outlet cannot be more than 12 inches below the countertop to meet the requirements of servicing the countertop. So let's say it's installed on an island or a peninsula or the end of a cabinet. It cannot be more than 12 inches below the cabinet, the countertop, and still be considered servicing the countertop. Another code is this. If you picture, this is the easiest way to picture it, if you picture an appliance purchased off the shelf for your kitchen countertop, like a microwave or a toaster, they come standard with a 2-foot cord. That 2-foot cord corresponds to the code that we're about to discuss. From the end of the countertop in, there must be a receptacle within 24 inches of the end of that countertop. And then from that point, measured along the wall, there must be a second receptacle, not more than 4 feet away. And at that point, any location within the 2 receptacles is always going to be equal to or less than 24 inches from that point to a receptacle. And hence, you can plug in your toaster anywhere in that location safely without an extension cord. Another code to be mindful of is if you do have a countertop receptacle, meaning a receptacle located in the countertop itself, like a pop-up function assembly receptacle, it must be rated for damp locations. It can't be an office receptacle, it can't be for some other purpose. It must be rated for countertops and damp locations. Another code requirement is that there cannot be an upward facing receptacle in a countertop in a dwelling, a house. From this point, you'll see that from the end of the cabinet, within 24 inches, we have a receptacle located there. Within 48 inches, we have a second receptacle. We have a double basin sink being installed here. The point at which the countertop measurement stops is the edge of the basin of the sink. So this window doesn't disrupt our pattern at all, but what does disrupt our pattern is the sink itself. We're not going to locate, and we're not required to locate, an outlet behind the sink. And that holds true for a range, a grill, or any such permanently fixed in place appliance. We're not going to locate an outlet behind that. Another code to keep in mind is if I were to have something like a permanent appliance garage or a permanent fixed in place appliance, that outlet behind the appliance does not meet the requirements of the countertop spacing. I would need to have an additional outlet that complies with the overall countertop spacing requirements. So from the edge, within 24 inches, within 48 inches from that to the next receptacle, such that no point on the countertop is more than 24 inches, and then peninsulas, islands, and small portions of countertops. If you do have a countertop that is less than 12 inches wide, it is not required to be serviced with a receptacle. Every 9 square feet of island is required to be serviced with at least one receptacle. Every 18 square feet beyond the initial 9 square feet is required to be serviced with an additional receptacle. And then a peninsula is required to have a receptacle within 2 feet of the end of the peninsula. Thanks. Stay tuned for the next video. We're about to terminate more switches.